Today, we will be going over the lore of Adventurers Guild Online. This will be the history of the game up until you make your character. I will mainly be focusing on the 2 starting playable races. If you guys would like to read up on some of the lore outside of the video, I will link the game overview in the description. Let's talk about the 4 main gods and the creation of the first races. The 2 dragon gods are the gods of space and time. While they have the power to create life, they can only do so in their own image. They can only create dragons, and these dragons are tied to one of the 4 main elements. The dragon god of time enjoys watching the passage of time. In this sense, he seeks out environments to watch and grow. While conversely, the dragon of space enjoys creating space and destroying worlds to do so. The dragon of time found his way to Earth along with his dragon subjects. This was his first encounter with the magical beast. The 2 other gods in the universe are the gods of life and energy. Together they can create life in any image they see fit, but they are both needed to make sentient life. The beast of life can only create mindless, slow-moving blobs, while the beast of energy, most things he creates have short lifespans with an explosive end. Utilizing their ability to create life, they created all sorts of magical beasts, beastmen and mortals. Magical beasts were top of the hierarchy, and all others were made to serve them as they saw fit. Beastmen were below them. These are your typical man-animal hybrids, while at the bottom were mortals, basically regular humans. Mortals were treated as servants and slaves, and had no magical ability at all. They also had the shortest lifespan of all created life. The Dragon of Time fell in love with the mortal race, as their life passing by and growing old was a beautiful sight for him. Him and his dragon entourage took the mortal form and formed their own settlements. The mix of mortals and dragons created the Lordians. The race of dragon-mortal hybrids were stronger and tougher than normal mortals, but their dragon heritage limited their magic to one element and neutral magics. Magical beasts did not want to share their mortal servants, let alone allow them to mix with dragons and gain their own power. So a war broke out between the powerful magical beast and dragons. A long drawn-out war was fought, and by the end of it, the magical beasts were rendered extinct. Dragon of Time was sent to the reincarnation cycle, while the beast of energy and life went missing. Beastmen and mortals were left. By this time, mortals had evolved to use magic of all kinds and started to develop their own technology and nation. What was left of the beastmen split into smaller tribes. Dragons became extremely rare. Lordians created their own nation as well. As time passed, tensions grew between the mortal nation and the Lordians. Lordians, being part dragon, are stronger and tougher than their counterparts, but can only use one type of elemental magic. They prefer to get things done without much thought or process and will brute force most problems. Mortals in the current age are magically gifted, evolving more magical prowess than even regular beastmen. They can use all elemental magic, although they cannot outshine a Loridian in their native element. They have enough versatility that they would never have to. They use their magic in conjunction with their technology to make up for any physical shortcomings. They are adaptable and creative with problem solving. That brings us to the current age. 2 nations with mounting tensions, Lordia, and I have not thought of a human nation name currently, but leave some name ideas in the comments for me. They are going through a cold war currently, and at any moment all-out war could start. In between these 2 nations is the Adventurers Guild. The Adventurers Guild recruits from both nations and smooths relations and issues regarding both nations. The Adventurers Guild is probably the last pillar against all-out war. So now that's where your character comes in. As you will be creating an adventure in this world, you will choose between one of the 2 races with 8 sub-races that change gameplay between the 2. I really hope you enjoyed the video explaining the lore of the game I'm creating. I'm working hard on designing a proof of concept that I will show to all the patrons first, then eventually I'm thinking of crowdfunding for the alpha and beta stages of the game. After this, I'm hoping eventually hit early access and go from there. I have a lot of ideas and I really want to create a world that you can immerse yourself in with the added benefit of doing it with your friends, or making friends along the way.